So if you're looking for a really, really stable stock with incredible returns that no one's ever heard of, stay tuned. All right, so what is this stock? Well, hold off for a second. I want to kind of explain why I think this is one of the most stable and one of the best stocks you can buy out there. Again, I don't tell anyone to buy any specific stocks. I'm just telling you what's out there. You got to do your own research on these stocks, but let's get into this. When I say a stock is stable, I had some other examples of this. Well, this stock is really, really stable. And if you think about it, I'm going to show you why. But basically, when it comes down to the core things, let's say the economy goes really bad. There's only a few things you can obviously look at that may not go bad with it. So for instance, like electronics, high-end electronics and things like that. The economy goes bad, those things actually can tank a little bit. Luxury services, things like that. I mean, even housing, sometimes people don't want to move if there's a bad thing going on with the economy and stuff like that. So it leaves a couple other things, and this is not medical. Medical is one of them, but I'm not, I had some other videos on that. It's not really medical, so what else is really left? I mean, what do you absolutely need every single day? And no matter what the economy does, it's really not going to change your business. It's very, very, very stable and has very good returns. Let me give you a hint. It's actually water. Yeah, water. So the one I'm actually going to go through today is actually, and I'm going to go through it here in a second. It's a stock that basically, it's been providing drinking water and wastewater services to 34 counties in Pennsylvania for the last 200 and something years. So it's been around for over 200 and something years. It's the number one, and I have to look this up because I couldn't believe this, but it's basically the number one dividend stock as far as how many years in a row it's gave returns. It's been giving returns for 203 years. 203 years. The next closest, I believe, is Black & Decker, Stanley Black & Decker, and that was basically, I think, like 140 years. This is 203 years, so nothing's even close to the dividends on this. Now, granted, the stock doesn't have a huge dividend. The dividend runs about 1.6, 1.58, somewhere in there annually, but the stock actually has been going up really, really high. So beyond this though, the market cap of the stock is 568 million, which I'm going to get into here in a second. I'll show you what the stock is. And I mean, basically it only trades about 31,000 shares a day for like the last couple months, which is actually pretty amazing. So a lot of the people out there don't know about this too much. Including some of the bigger, big financial institutions and things like that. I mean, the market cap's not that small, but it's not definitely that big either. So it's a smaller stock, but obviously I'm going to show you the history of it here in a second and what this stock is. Obviously the dividends, it's actually regulated by the Pennsylvania, what does it say here? Commission. So it's the Pennsylvania Utility Commission. So this is actually going to be a utility stock also. And that's one of the reasons it's super stable, is because of the fact that it's regulated, number one. Number two, it's water, and everyone needs water. So basically whatever happens with the economy and things like that, you're always going to need water, and you're always going to need something very similar to that as far as wastewater, people taking away their wastewater from the toilets and stuff. So that doesn't change. So that's why it's very, very stable. So what is the stock? Let's get into it right now. I'm going to show you what it's all about, and let me know what you think at the end of the video. All right, so what's the stock? It's actually York Water, the York Water Company. If you take a look at it here, it's basically quote is $43.78, has a 1.58 dividend annually. But the main thing about this, again, is the stability of the stock, because it's utility and it's water, which is everyone needs. It doesn't go away. Obviously, you can see the little water symbol here with the trees. But it's based out of Pennsylvania. It's investor-owned also, public utility company, so that's important. Investor-owned public utility company. It's been in business since 1816. But look at the graph over here. So if you look at this, this is actually the 1 year. Obviously, 1 year is done really, really strong. But if you go out to about 5 years, obviously pretty strong as well. And then basically the max here, look at this. So basically here's in 1999 down here, this has gone all the way up to 43.78 is where it is right now, over the course of the last 20 or so years. It looks like, just based off the statistics right here, it says it's gone up 110% in the last 5 years. And a lot more since obviously 1999. So, I think it's because of the stability of the water, and actually they have a really good, they cover like 35, 36 counties in Pennsylvania. They have a very, very you know, the way that they do it is very easy for them, and it's very controlled, so there's not a lot of like different things that can happen. And they do about 20 million gallons a day of water consumption. They have capacity for 35 million gallons, so almost double that. So the capacity is there if they want to keep adding counties. So this has got some potential to go up as well, just based off the total quantity of water they're delivering. They also do wastewater as well. Their website, if you go to it really quickly, the York Water Company, this looks like it was put together by a public utility company. This is the way the government works. It looks like it's from like 1998 or something. But obviously, don't take that as far as the quality of the company. They put their money in where it should be. But basically, here it says again, 20 million gallons of water every day, and they have 66,000 residential, commercial, industrial customers, over 194,000 people. So it's actually fairly, not huge, but it's a small company really when it comes to water and utilities. But at the end of the day, they've been doing it for 200 and something years, so it's got a lot of obviously stability behind it. Investor relations, you can go up here on their website. I just wanted to show you this. They have a whole bunch of things in here. You can, obviously corporate profile, annual reports, things like that. Inside of here, they also have a dividend reinvestment plan that you can click on, and basically they actually do have a plan where you can buy their stock and have a kind of a drip fund. It's called a drip plan. So basically you can buy partial shares and just move them every month into the account and have that keep growing for you. So anyways, not much on their website to look at. I mean, besides just understanding who they are. I always do that before you invest in anything. So I hope you guys learned a little bit from this company. All right, so I do hope this helps everybody. Again, I only give stock advice because I want to show people what's out there. This is a stock. What do you think? Leave some comments for me and things like that. Let me know what you think about this stock. So when I actually go and I diversify my stocks, I look for obviously you might be into bond stocks and index funds, things like that. But these type of stocks that basically you can purchase nowadays, they could be all over the place. I mean, the stock market is kind of volatile right now. And stocks that are utility companies, number one, are pretty, they're not that volatile in some cases, and because of the stability of them. But water in general, providing that much water to different communities and things like that, and wastewater, management as well, those aren't going away. I don't care what happens to the economy. It's really not people aren't going to use less water. I mean, they might maybe a little bit. Or they might, but they're not going to flush the toilet any less and things like that. So obviously you get the idea. So at the end of the day, this is a stock that I, definitely take a look at before you invest in it, see if it's right for you, and let me know your thoughts. That's all I kind of wanted to say about this. Anyways, I do make videos on this type of stuff, which is investing, and then I also make a ton of Mac and Apple stuff. Reviews of different computers and all IBM stuff. So obviously watch my channel. I make maybe 2 to 3 videos a week, and if you can just help support my channel and click the subscribe button, it's going to really, really, really help me out because I need to get to that 1,000 mark to continue. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a few days. Peace.